Good afternoon. It's Leverkusen versus Augsburg at the Bayer Arena. And this is a game that means everything to the hosts and, in the grand scheme of things, pretty little to the visitors. Which, as any student of football will tell you, can sometimes be the most dangerous combination of all. Bayer Leverkusen are fifth in the Bundesliga, 4 points behind the Champions League places with just 5 games remaining. Last season, 2 seasons ago, they were the unbeaten champions. The season before, runners-up. This year, under a third different manager in 12 months, they are fighting back just to get back into Europe's elite competition. A win today is not optional, it is required. Kasper Hjulmand took charge in September, brought in after Erik ten Hag was dismissed following just 3 Bundesliga games. And the Dane has guided Denmark to the semi-finals of Euro 2020 in a previous role. He's earned the respect of managers and players across the continent, and he has steadied the ship here in Leverkusen. 7 games unbeaten in the league, including a disciplined 1-0 victory at Borussia Dortmund last Saturday. Robert Andrich's long-range strike just before the break, the difference. Die Werkself are building momentum at exactly the right moment. However, they will be wary of their visitors today, very wary indeed, because Augsburg came to this very ground in December and won 2-0. Leverkusen had 20 shots, they hit the woodwork twice, they did everything but score that day. Manuel Baum's side, who at that point was second from bottom and fighting relegation, held firm and took all 3 points. It was one of those results. It really defied statistics entirely. And Leverkusen, they know it could happen again. Augsburg are comfortably mid-table now, 10 points clear of any danger. Baum, a man who came back to the club as academy director in the summer and found himself running the first team by December, has done a quiet, unspectacular and highly effective job. His side have nothing to play for today in the conventional sense, but footballers do not always need a league position to motivate them. Playing Leverkusen away in a stadium that has seen European nights and title celebrations for these players is surely motivation enough. The key names to watch: Patrick Schick for the hosts. Big, competent, well-known Czech striker. Deft of touch and strong in the air. Many consider him the complete forward. 10 league goals this season, and he could return to the... and he does return to the starting 11 rather, after being rested at Dortmund. Alejandro Grimaldo, the Spanish left-back who has scored 8 Bundesliga goals this season. One of the most remarkable individual attacking statistics in European football right now. For Augsburg, Alexis Claude Maurice is the man who can unlock things. The French defender who has been their best performer since returning from a long injury absence and who scored in the 2-2 draw with Hoffenheim last weekend. Leverkusen need a win here. Augsburg have nothing to lose. The Bayer Arena is ready. Kickoff underway here in just a matter of moments. Just quickly run you through the starting lineups then for both sides. Flecken in goal for Leverkusen, Kwanzaa, Bade and Tapsoba the back 3, Vasquez, Palacios, Garcia and Grimaldo the midfield 4. Vasquez and Grimaldo of course providing the width from wing back. Mazap and the Nigerian Teller playing in behind Schick. Darman in goal for the away side. Chavez, Guvaleov, in the centre of midfield alongside Zasaja, also playing Zeshiga, they're also playing a back 3. Fehlhauer and Giannoulis are providing the width in a midfield four with Masengo and Rida in the centre. Kade and Claude Maurice play in behind Rodrigo Ribeiro. And we are underway here in Leverkusen. Augsburg, the away side, in their all-white strip. Kick-off from right to left in this first half, left to right for the hosts Leverkusen, who really have everything to lose in this game as it stands. They are already on the back foot here as well, because the away side, Augsburg, are on the attack. A lovely switch of play by Feldhauer. He's found Giannoulis in a little pocket of space on this near side, the left. The early ball comes in. It's cleared quite smartly in the end by Bade, and now Leverkusen trying to spring the counter-attack. The ball is worked up to Schick. Lovely spread of play by Garcia out to Grimaldo at left back. The counter-attack no longer on. Augsburg with enough players behind the ball, but Palacios from just inside the centre circle in his own half of the field sprays it to Kwanzaa. The English centre half, former Liverpool man, of course. Jarrell Kwanzaa was a doubt for today's game due to a muscle strain, but he's fit for the starting lineup. He's got the ball back once again from Bade, the number 5, playing at centre half, pulling the strings. Then Garcia and Palacios exchanging passes just ahead of him. Little pocket of space for Mazza, round the corner, looks for the 1-2, and it's broken to him again, and it's a shot on goal, and it's a smart save. Really decent save by Darman. It'll be a corner to come in from the near side, the right. Nice interplay this from Bayer Leverkusen. Mazza looking for Grimaldo on the overlap, then looking for Schick to his right-hand side. Grimaldo was on his left. The ball broke to him after an important interception from Kovalev, I think it was. Nonetheless, the corner to come in swinging from Grimaldo, and it's flicked up into the air. Back into play by Kwanzaa, cleared by Augsburg on the volley from 25 yards. It was optimistic, that from Palacios, but it hit a defender. Would have caused the goalkeeper some problems if it had found him. And now the goalkeeper, Darman, does have possession under a bit of pressure from Schick. He's found the ball out to right back, where Feldhauer has aims to flick the ball on, but once again intercepted by Alex Garcia. The elegant Spaniard, covered with tattoos up the sleeves of his arms. And Bayer Leverkusen back in possession. Another nice touch from Mazza in midfield, but he was looking for his right back in support there, Vasquez. Lucas Vasquez, the former Real Madrid man, versatile player, came through really as an attacking wide player. Established himself under Carlo Ancelotti as pretty much first choice right back for Real Madrid in his last season or two at the club. Now providing the width for Bayer Leverkusen. Here is Kwanzaa spraying the ball around nicely once again from centre half is Bade. Here comes Tapsoba, just striding forwards past halfway himself. Just a reminder of the status quo at kickoff today. Bayer Leverkusen are 5th with 52 points. The top 4 will get Champions League football from the Bundesliga this season. It's a little bit squeaky bum time for the hosts, because they've got Hoffenheim trying to hunt them down in 6th place. So at the moment, in theory, Leverkusen occupying the Europa League spot, Hoffenheim in the Conference League, but only trailing Leverkusen by a single point. Frankfurt are just behind Hoffenheim. Frankfurt host RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga a little bit later on today. Leipzig themselves only 4 points ahead of today's hosts Bayer Leverkusen, but level on points with Stuttgart, who travel to Bayern Munich tomorrow. So lots going on. Borussia Dortmund's not really in play, you wouldn't think, because they're 9 points clear of Stuttgart. in third place and themselves are 11 points behind Bayern Munich, who are pretty much looking like the runaway champions, but with the Champions League sewn up, their progression to the semi-final, where they will face Paris Saint-Germain in the next round, was sealed in midweek, and so all eyes of German football turn to the Champions League race, which is a fascinating one. 4 points separating 4 teams as it stands. Hoffenheim in 6th on 52, Leverkusen in 5th on 53, and Leipzig and Stuttgart in 4th and 3rd places respectively, both on 56 points. Some defending to do here for the home side though. Augsburg trying to spring a counter-attack. It was a sloppy pass out in the end, unfortunately, for the hosts, for the away side rather. Fehlhauer, I think, was the intended target of the pass, but out for a throw-in, which Leverkusen get on with quickly. Still goalless here after 6 minutes. Best chance of the game, a good chance, has already fallen the way of Bayer Leverkusen. Mazza snatched slightly at his shot, but drew a really good save from Dahmen after a nice run and a nice bit of interplay with Schick and Grimaldo, and Schick offers a nice layoff again in the final third as the ball is played early towards him, out towards the near side, the right, where Mazza's waiting. Here's Garcia infield, Kwanzaa joining up from the back, Kwanzaa chopping back on his right foot, out to Mazza it goes, and he's just overhit it. Kwanzaa, he was unlucky. It was the right pass, he just put a fraction too much fizz on the ball, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Mazza very much, as it stands, at the heart of proceeding here. Ibrahim Mazza, only 19 years old. German. Sorry, he's just quickly consulting my notes here. Yeah, he's a teenager, German-born, creative box-to-box player, were the notes I made before kickoff. But more than that, he's been a real threat in the final third so far today. So expect to hear more from him as the game wears on. Grimaldo over on the far side, the right, now 30 years old. He was tipped for big money summer moves last year to the likes of Manchester City, and Real Madrid and Barcelona were rumoured to be interested in the Spanish left back, the former Benfica man, but he elected to stay. The Leverkusen were unable to find a transfer fee that they were satisfied with, that they'd be happy with when it came to allowing another side to acquire his services. Corner to come in now from the right hand side once again after good work by Vasquez. He was fronted up there by Janulis, the Augsburg left back, and tried to play the ball forwards early, past him into the penalty area. The deflection taken out for a corner. Grimaldo's ball towards the back post. It's over the head of Kwanzaa, and it's guided out of play by Tapsoba. Decent effort, that. Really smart shaped ball in from Grimaldo on the near side, the right. Sent it towards the back post. Over the head of Kwanzaa it went, and Tapsoba was just stooping a little too lowly there to be able to guide it in a particularly positive direction as far as his side were concerned. So a goal kick, one of the fashionable new goal kicks to come short, goes back to the goalkeeper Dahmen, Finn Dahmen, just a 27-year-old goalkeeper. In the grand scheme of things, he's not the oldest, not the most experienced, but he's very much their number one. Born in Germany, has played all 30 Augsburg Bundesliga games this season. And his side have a throw-in to defend here from the near side, the right, for Bayer Leverkusen, who have not been able to break the deadlock yet, but have got Augsburg pinned back very much in their own third of the field here, certainly in their own half. Augsburg struggling really to get out. Haven't really tested Mark Flecken yet, the former Brentford goalkeeper, in the Leverkusen goal. Kwanzaa on this near side, the right, plays it home to Bade. Now Tapsoba striding into midfield now from the back. He's found a nice ball out to Kwanzaa on the near side, the right, looking for the ball forwards. The deflection off a defender finds Patrick Schick on the edge of the penalty area. It's dangerous here for Leverkusen. Vasquez with the ball in, well defended by Zeziger. Vasquez takes the throw in quickly, home to Garcia, who's probably had more touches of the ball than any other player on the field so far today. Back to Garcia it goes from Vasquez. Garcia with a lovely switch of play over to the far side, the right. It's a chance for Teller to try and create something. He's been a little bit isolated over on that far side, the Bundesliga left. Not really had a chance to test his opposite number Feldhauer yet in this game. Can they work the ball back out to him? Tapsoba striding forward once more from the back. Back home to Bade it goes. Little bit of support on the near side, the right from Vasquez. Vasquez finds the feet of Grimaldo in the central area, popping up almost as a number 10 there, the Spanish left back. It's still in possession for Bayer Leverkusen into the final third. Grimaldo with a nice turn in a central area, squares it to Patrick Schick, looks for the return ball. Schick can't find his man, and now there's a potential counter-attack on here for Augsburg, but it's smart defending, really smart defending from Palacios. And now Bayer Leverkusen are back in possession on halfway. Palacios with a little short ball in field to Garcia, who is really stepping up to the plate today, pulling the strings for his side. Teller with another chance to run at his man Feldhauer. Elects to play the ball home. Taps Roberts ball in, looking for Schick. Header from the edge of the 18-yard box, and it's in from Patrick Schick. Superb header. You can feel the relief, the sighs of relief resounding out around the Bayer Arena. Patrick Schick with a stunning header from the edge of the 18-yard box. He was closer to the penalty spot probably. But Tapsoba with an early ball in. Lovely shape on it. A bullet header from Patrick Schick. We talked about his elegance pre-kickoff. We talked about his height as well, and he just absolutely muscled the Augsburg defence away from him there. Teller drew a couple of players towards him on the left. Home to Tapsoba. Early ball in. Thumping header from Patrick Schick. Superb start to the game for Bayer Leverkusen. They've been dominant. They've kept on top of their opponents. And with 12 and a half minutes played, Bayer Leverkusen lead Augsburg by a goal to nil. Superb stuff from Patrick Schick and Bayer Leverkusen more generally. So as it stands, Bayer Leverkusen just 1 point behind RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga table. Leipzig visit Frankfurt today, who themselves start the afternoon in 7th position, 10 points behind Hoffenheim. They do have outside hopes of qualifying for European competition next season, Eintracht Frankfurt. So they will be up for the game this evening. You can bet your bottom dollar. But Bayer Leverkusen, all they can do is pick up as many points from their last few games as possible in the hope that Leipzig do slip up. Augsburg start the evening 10th in the Bundesliga, 7 points clear of St. Pauli, so you wouldn't think they're looking over their shoulders too much at the moment. But it's not impossible that they could get involved in a Bundesliga playoff against the team who finished third in the Bundesliga 2 next season. At the moment, it doesn't look all that likely. St. Pauli in a fairly rotten run of form. Oh, some attacking going on here for Augsburg. Can they keep the ball in play? Oh, it's clumsy stuff from the back line. Kwanzaa and Flecken got in a flap, and now is an opportunity to get a shot on goal for Augsburg. Out to the near side, the left it goes instead, and they're lucky there. I tell you what, they are lucky, because Flecken and Kwanzaa got themselves in a right little muddle there. A right little muddle. Kwanzaa should have left it. I think he was trying to head it back to Vasquez at right back. Flecken kind of got involved. Augsburg couldn't quite get their decision making right. Claude Maurice and Rodrigo Ribeiro between them couldn't get the shot away. Here comes the corner. Flecken punches. It's still alive. Giannoulis out to the near side, the right. Oh, it's in! A goal out of absolutely nothing. Flecken's had another shocker, I think. Left-footed shot from the edge of the penalty area from Rieder. And somehow Augsburg are back in it. They've created nothing in this game. And I don't think anyone but Mark Flecken is at fault here. Flecken with the initial punch. And it fizzed off the head. Did it fizz off the head of Jarell Quansah? Flecken was wrong-footed. I mean, it was more or less straight at him, the goalkeeper. I'm not quite sure he can point the finger at anyone else there. The shot was so close to him. So we've gone from 0-0 with Bayer Leverkusen seemingly putting the game to bed, going a goal to nil up. 2.5 minutes later, they're level. And some bizarre goalkeeping along the way by Mark Flecken. I think the shot did take a deflection from Jarell Quansah. Very, very strange circumstances here at the Bayer Arena. 16 minutes played rather, and there's a free kick to Bayer Leverkusen about halfway inside their opponent's half of the field. They take it short. Ball goes out to Teller on the far side, the left. Back home to Palacios. Garcia infield, does receive the ball at the second time of asking. Out to Vasquez on this near side, the right, now stretching the play, the home side. Little layoff from Palacios there. Now Quansah in a more central area. We've seen him join the attack on this near side, the right. Bade with the ball up the line. Vasquez looking to get the ball in. It's more good defending from Zerziger as Lucas Vasquez was trying to get towards the byline, out for a Leverkusen corner. Ronaldo's body language suggests he wants to take this quickly, and he does. It goes short to Mazza. Then Garcia lays it off to Grimaldo. Ball towards the back post. Smart header, but it's just over the crossbar. Nice leap at the far post from Teller. Wonderful ball in. I tell you, the shape of the ball in is just superb from Grimaldo. Teller thinks he should have a corner. I think he's wrong from the replay. It's not all that obvious, to be totally honest, but nonetheless, goal kick to the away side Augsburg, who have not created an awful lot in this game. They've had 23% of the ball. They've had one shot. They've had one shot on target, and they've scored one goal. Leverkusen, meanwhile, 4 shots on goal to 76% possession, by the way. 2 on target, just 1 goal of their own. So 1-1 with 18 minutes played here of the first half. Ball is played up the line, a smart ball up the line to the very hard-working, attacking prowess of Kade, the number 30. Down the Augsburg right. Kade couldn't find the ball across, though, to a teammate, and Bayer Leverkusen can't capitalise on the counter-attack. So Augsburg back in possession, edging into enemy territory here as well. A chance for Claude Maurice with the ball at his feet. Flicks the ball home, tries to find a teammate. Leverkusen win the ball back. Vasquez finds Schick, who plays a little ball back home. Into the feet of Mazza. Now Garcia. Into Mazza again. Garcia out to Tapsoba. Not a huge amount of choice in front of him. Plays the ball up the line to Teller. Teller makes a dummy run up to the, as if he's going to charge up the far touchline. He does eventually make that run, and the ball over to him was a good one as well. Teller keeps the ball in play, looking for Schick. Smart pullback, but well defended, out for a corner. Really well defended that from Augsburg. They were on the back foot. Schick was lurking dangerously in the penalty area. Teller's ball in was fairly telegraphed in the end, but it was a smart effort to find his teammate, and Leverkusen win a corner to come in from the far side, the left, which Garcia will take. Garcia over it, takes his time, Whips the ball towards the back post. Early header from Schick. Headed back out by Augsburg. Not quite off the line, but almost. I think Schick was just trying to head the ball back into a dangerous area. It wasn't quite goal bound, but it wasn't a million miles away. Schick takes the throw in quickly from this near side to right, and Leverkusen keen to get on with this, keen to press on. Teetering on the edge of the final third, with possession to the far side, the left for Garcia. Taps over into the feet of Kwanzaa now. Kwanzaa again tucking in rather than coming out wide to support Vasquez. Vasquez in possession. Now here's Palacios. Palacios with the ball to the feet of Mazza. Mazza in the penalty area. Gets the ball off a defender. Back to Schick. Opportunity. Surely a goal here. Grimaldo. Superb intervention. Superb defending from Augsburg, who themselves now try and spring a counter-attack. Smart tackle from Garcia. Two smart tackles. Grimaldo tries to find the ball forwards. End-to-end stuff this at the Bayer Arena. Eventually it turned out Grimaldo was offside. So it will be an indirect free kick halfway inside the Augsburg half of the field. Tell you what, that was an exhilarating passage of play. That Grimaldo might just have been onside, you know. There was plenty of grappling in the penalty area in the build-up to the corner a few moments ago that Patrick Schick headed back across the face of goal. Nothing doing from VAR as far as they are concerned. And an opportunity down the left-hand side for Augsburg, but they win a corner. Good effort. Once again, early ball in from Augsburg, really early ball in. Smart chest down from the hard-working Kade. Tried to pull the ball across the face of goal, but in the end it was blocked. It's going to be a corner to come in from the near side, the left bow. Claude Maurice, left arm in the air. His all-white strip with a little red and green sash across the body. And unusually, a completely jet black pair of football boots. I say unusually, unusual for the modern era. Steps up to take the corner from the near side, the left. Whips it into the near post. All dangerous across the face of goal. Still alive for Augsburg. Over to the far side, the right. They play it home. They could still yet create something here. They dawdle in possession a little bit, though, on the halfway line. Janulis, the left wing back, into Guveliov. He plays it out to Chavez. Arthur Chavez over on the far side, the right. Back into Guveliov again. Now Janulis has Zeziger outside him. Janulis elects to play the ball high and long. Ribeiro tried to get underneath it. Now Feldhauer tries to keep hold of possession 25 yards from goal. Dispossessed by Teller. And the last touch came off an Augsburg player as well, so I think that came off Ribeiro. That tackle. Important intervention from Teller. The English winger Nathan Teller. Direct option on either flank. His side on the attack once more. Here he is, Teller to the left hand side of the penalty area. Shot towards goal. He's fizzed it just wide, Nathan Teller. So unlucky. It's a lovely effort. Lovely effort on his left foot. Industrious play from Leverkusen. He just ended up pulling his shot very slightly right. I say Nathan Teller is an English winger. He actually represents the Nigerian national team. He's got 2 caps for them. Born in Stevenage in England. Came through initially Arsenal's and then Southampton's academies. Spent a season on loan at Burnley from 2022 to 2023. Has been at Bayer Leverkusen since then. And now here comes an opportunity for his side. Oh, and Mazza's just fallen over his own feet. Mazza into the penalty area. He just fell over his own feet there, Mazza. Oh, the poor chap. I feel awful for him. Teller pulling strings a little bit for the the hosts. Found the nice pass into Schick. Mazza took over, and then Mazza just fell over. I think it's about the gist of what seemed to have happened there. There's a foul Augsburg's way, just around about the halfway line. Theodor was the goal scorer involved. I think he was just tripped by Bade there, who was making an honest attempt to win the ball, I think. But just caught Theodor. And it'll be an Augsburg free kick 10 yards inside the Bayer Leverkusen half of the field. Score still 1-1 and no change to it there, as certainly no threat of it, as Flecken claims that free kick comfortably. Grimaldo to the near side, the left, looking for the early pass forwards. Just misread the options ahead of him there, Grimaldo. Intercepted comfortably by Augsburg, but they have conceded possession once again, the team in white. And Bayer Leverkusen on the counter-attack, tried to play the ball up the line down this near side, the right. Vasquez's pass intercepted, so he wins a throw-in, which he takes quickly, and Leverkusen quickly switch play back over to that far side, the left now. Taps over. Little ball to the feet of Mazza now from Grimaldo. Grimaldo making a run forwards. They want handball here, Leverkusen. They're not going to get it. Referee said play on. Mazza then hurriedly gave the ball away there. I think he panicked very slightly. Here's Kade for the away side, though, charging through, trying to hustle and bustle his way through the heart of the Leverkusen defence. And now Leverkusen are on the counter-attack here. Grimaldo's ball forwards. He tried to thread the eye of the needle, but he just couldn't find the pass forwards to Schick. Now I think, is Mazza involved again? I can't quite be sure. Mazza's been throwing himself around the last couple of minutes. We've seen Alex Garcia on the ball a little bit less frequently in the last 5 or 10 minutes or so than we did in the first 10 or 15. So that possibly explains why it just feels like Leverkusen have just lost hold of this game a little bit. They've lost a little bit of control as Zeziger strives forwards from defence. Into the final 30 goes. Ball out to the near side, the left. Janulis' ball in, deflects off a defender. Now they look for that out ball to Patrick Schick by Leverkusen. Lovely turn from him in midfield, and he's just overplayed it. He had an option out wide to the near side, the right. Vasquez's body language unimpressed with Schick's effort there, but still in possession, the home side. Palacios finds Tapsoba. Since scoring that goal, Augsburg's tails are definitely up. We're approaching the half-hour mark now. But definitely that goal seems to have knocked the confidence of Bayer Leverkusen just a little bit. Elsewhere in the Bundesliga, it's Hoffenheim and Borussia Dortmund goalless. Union Berlin trailing Wolfsburg by a 1-0 at home. The Berliners there. Werder Bremen and Hamburg is also goalless as it stands. So not a huge amount to write home about in the Bundesliga so far today. This game probably the pick of the bunch so far. Superb opening goal from Patrick Schick, bullet header from 12 yards, and then a very quick equaliser for the away side Augsburg. But Leverkusen on the attack once more, and a superb defending again. Absolutely superb defending there from Zeziger. Early corner here from the right hand side. Here's Garcia waiting for his teammates to get back on side. Palacios with the ball out now to Grimaldo. Grimaldo whips it towards the back post. Oh, threatening header. Teller with it. Oh, superb save, and saved again from Kwanzaa. Darman highly involved there. Uncomfortably so. From an Augsburg perspective, Teller drew a sprawling save from the keeper. Sprawling. Guided his header into the far corner, or looked to have done so. But Dahmen had other ideas, flew himself down to his left, tipped it almost round the post. Kwanzaa was onto it at the back post, tried to lash it goalwards. It took a touch off a defender, and then the goalkeeper palmed it away. Augsburg on the attack now. Can they create something of their own here and really punish their opponents? They'd love to go 2-1 up at half-time. 15 minutes or so of that first half remain. Long throw-in to come in from the far side from the number 19, Fehlhauer. To the feet of Claude Maurice. Back to Fehlhauer. Claude Maurice round the corner here. Back to Gouveliev. Ball towards the back post from him. Janulis' header didn't find a teammate, and now Leverkusen win possession back. Palacios finds Vasquez. He's played a terrible ball into midfield though, and Augsburg are on the charge once more. Claude Maurice dispossessed by Palacios. Palacios with the ball inside to Schick. Counter-attack on here for Leverkusen. Here comes Garcia. A little isolated now, not a huge number of choices ahead of him. He switches play to Vasquez on this near side. Lucas Vasquez, ball towards the back post. Schick's there. Schick's headers over the crossbar. Stunning flow-in move from Bayer Leverkusen there. Vasquez, the quality of the ball in was just superb. He sort of bent it round the back three of Augsburg and then hung it in the air as well, almost at the back post, for Schick to just really get up and try and attack. But Schick just unable to keep his header down. And it's a goal kick. Bayer Leverkusen are still level, but not for the want of trying. Dahmen with the goal kick, sends it high and long. Up in the air it goes. Tapsoba tangles with Ribeiro underneath it. Leverkusen back in possession in their own half of the field. They want handball. Referee obliges. Grimaldo takes the free kick quickly, swaps passes with Garcia. Grimaldo then switches it out to Kwanzaa, who strives towards the halfway line, edging towards this near side the right. Into Palacios. Round the corner he goes to Garcia. Now Palacios again. Good stuff this once again from Bayer Leverkusen, who have managed to get Garcia back on the ball in their build-up. You can't help but feel that's going to be crucial to their success. Little flick on at the near post after the early ball in from Mazza, but the goalkeeper Dahmen got hold of that just fine. And now he will play the ball out to the near side, the left, where Ziziger is waiting. Plays the ball home to his goalkeeper once more, who with a big thumping, swinging left foot sends the ball high up the field. Kwanzaa under a bit of pressure, plays it home to Bade. Bade under pressure himself finds Vasquez. They need to get out here, Leverkusen. They can't. They're playing themselves down a blind alley or two here, the home side. Very fortunate to be able to switch the ball out to Grimaldo there, but Grimaldo's found a superb ball to Nathan Teller, who's bearing down on goal, left-hand side of the penalty area. He wants a foul. Referee says nothing doing, says it's a goal kick. He says it's a dive. The Augsburg defender, Arthur Chavez. Oh, it's a superb ball from Grimaldo. Teller was streaking away. There's definitely a tangle of legs. Does Nathan Teller orchestrate that tangle of legs, though? That is the question. There's a case to be made that he does. The referee says that Teller orchestrated the contact, and I think he's right. VAR have had a look at it, and they have not given the decision Bayer Leverkusen's way. They say correct on-field decision was made, and so it's just a goal kick to Augsburg, with the score still 1-1. They take the goal kick short, then they go long at the second opportunity, Augsburg. Tapsoba just about keeps the ball in play down by his own corner flag over on the far side, the left. Into Bade, he plays the ball. Now Grimaldo. Bit of time for him to pick a pass from left wing back, looking for the ball up to Teller. Teller goes down under the challenge from Chavez once more. Referee gives him the decision this time around, the English-born Nigerian. He does get the benefit of the doubt this time around. So Bayer Leverkusen's unbeaten run, as it stands, set to continue in the Bundesliga. They've won 4 but drawn 3 of those 7 games, so they do need to be wary. Their supporters will be conscious that their form doesn't necessarily dictate victory here today, even if Augsburg are by far the inferior team. Lovely play on the edge of the penalty area here though by Schick. It's Grimaldo with the effort. It's over the crossbar. Stunning effort from Grimaldo. He was really on his toes. Little backheel to him from Mazza. And he's rifled a shot goalwards there. He's only over the crossbar by maybe half a yard. But in the end, he's sent it into row Z. He's absolutely hammered that shot goalwards in the end after a nice play between Schick and Mazza to eventually work the ball to the edge of the penalty area. But as I was saying before, that 7 games unbeaten for Leverkusen is certainly a real positive, but they've drawn 3 of those games and they need a win here today to keep the pressure on RB Leipzig. Otherwise it will be Europa League football and no better than that for Leverkusen next season. Augsburg, remember, won the reverse fixture 2-0. It was in December. Hjulmann's early weeks in charge. It was a pretty damaging loss, that. And as I mentioned before kickoff, 20 shots that day, hitting the woodwork twice for Bayer Leverkusen, still losing the game. Hopefully, Leverkusen motivated by revenge today, but so far they've not been able to exact it. Still 1-1 here as we enter the final 8 minutes of normal time at the end of the first half. Gouveia pulling the strings from the edge of the centre circle. Out to Giannoulis the ball comes. He gets the ball back from Rieder, scorer of Augsburg's goal. And now Gouveia goes for goal from 35-40 yards. That was Masengo actually with the ball forwards. It was miles over the crossbar, unfortunately for him, unfortunately for Bayer Leverkusen, but God loves a trier. They're back in possession though, the away side, because Leverkusen was sloppy from the goal kick, although now once more in midfield the away side are sloppy, and Grimaldo's got the ball on the near side, the left. I think someone's down on the ground here. Is it Palacios in the centre circle? Garcia with nice footwork to keep hold of possession and work it to Mazza on this near side, the right, because Vasquez was the player who was down. Mazza in between enemy lines here. Grimaldo in a central area once again. Plays it to Palacios. Palacios infield. Looks like he fancies a shot. Wants the return ball now from Mazza. He's worked the ball forwards to him. They couldn't work the ball infield there by Leverkusen. Just playing themselves too narrow, I think. Should have worked the ball out to Teller. Here's Caddy now on the counter-attack for Augsburg. Over to the far side, the right. Into the penalty area he goes. To the right-hand side of it. Smart defending there, though, from Kwanzaa, though. And he's almost won the ball back for his team. Augsburg rushing the possession. They've managed to keep hold of it, though. Here's Masengo. Finds Rieder. Now Giannoulis. Giannoulis looked for the ball into the penalty area. He's played it out to the near side, the left instead. Zezega on the overlap. Lovely ball towards the back post now. Oh, ball played across from the far side, the right, by Kade. It was Fehlhauer actually looking for Kade. And in the end it was cleared. Has it been cleared for a corner? Or it might have been cleared for a throw-in. Referee having a little chat with Masengo, because it was Masengo who had collided with Lucas Vasquez in the centre circle. So throw-in to come in from Fehlhauer towards the near post, headed away by Tupsoba. Only as far as Masengo again. been at the heart of so much of what they've done right today, Augsburg. Lovely feet from Giannoulis down this near side the left. Giannoulis continuing to plug away, trying to thread a passage, finds Zezega. Zezega keeps the ball in play, but it's slightly clumsy, cumbersome stuff from him, and he can't compete with the neat feet of Palacios and Vasquez eventually plays the ball off Giannoulis, the left back, and the ball goes out for a throw-in on this near side the right, which Leverkusen take quickly. They've switched play over to the far side the left and found Grimaldo. He's got a little bit of space to scamper into here, the diminutive Spanish left back who pops up at left back from time to time. Sorry, pops up in the number 10 role from time to time for this Bayer Leverkusen side. Leverkusen lose possession, so now the switch of play is Augsburg's, and they're looking for Kade over on that far side the right, shrugged off it by Tapsoba, and then Bade finds a nice pass to Grimaldo, slightly more central area but fairly deep in sort of a defensive midfield position there really. He's made an advanced run ahead of Garcia. Garcia instead finds Nathan Teller on the far side the left, and Teller squares up to Chavez. He's had him a couple of times already. Lovely ball across the face of goal. Vasquez, oh, it's a ridiculous touch at the back post. Ridiculous from Vasquez. He had time, he had space. Teller's ball in was wicked. It was so early, and then Vasquez just took a touch with his right foot, a poor touch, a pretty terrible touch, onto his left knee, and the ball just bundles out for a goal kick. A bit of a strange one that, nonetheless. Goal kick for Bayer Leverkusen, which they're not going to take short this time. Sorry, for Augsburg. They're not going to take it short this time. They're going to play it long. Flick on by Ribeiro, not really been in the game. Headed away by Kwanzaa though to Vasquez, and Vasquez moves past halfway with the ball at his feet. He's got Kwanzaa on the overlap now. Vasquez wants to get back over to this touchline, I think, and whip the ball in, so he encourages Kwanzaa back into midfield as Palacios continues in possession for the home side. Bade and Tapsoba exchange passes. Early ball forwards from Palacios. Intercepted cheaply there by Augsburg. And now Augsburg are trying to get away. Mazza had a hold of his opponent's shirt there, I think. He's not going to go into the notebook, though. It's play on for Augsburg. This towards goal. Oh, superb effort. Superb effort from the right-hand side. On the counter-attack, it was a wicked effort from the edge of the 18-yard box. Ribeiro still protesting. He's convinced Flecken got a touch off that. We'll see a replay of it in a moment or so. It didn't look in real time like it did. But still 1-1 as we head towards half-time. Elsewhere in the Bundesliga, it's goalless between Hoffenheim and Dortmund, and it's now 1-0 to Werder Bremen at home to Hamburg. Union Berlin still 1 down at home to Wolfsburg. And now Hoffenheim have scored against Borussia Dortmund, you know, so if Leverkusen do get a goal here, there's a chance, there's just a chance that they will put some pressure on Borussia Dortmund. Just a chance. As it stands, though, with Hoffenheim winning, Hoffenheim move up into the Europa League place, and Bayer Leverkusen will, as it stands, be playing Conference League football next season. Augsburg's Ribeiro gives the ball away cheaply in midfield. And now they can try and attack here. Once again, the home side. Ball towards Garcia. It was just over the top of him. He misread the flight of the ball. He completely misread it there, Garcia. Augsburg have been better since that goal. It just seemed to give them a little confidence boost. And we're now seeing a replay. Oh, here was, just seeing Mazza with a hold of his opponent's shirt there. And then Cade's ball out to Ribeiro. Ribeiro shot. Oh, tell you what, Flecken did get a save He did get a touch on that. It was a superb effort. Superb. So an opportunity, a really good opportunity, falls Augsburg's way. It draws a smart save from Flecken. Still, you have to say the dominant side in this first half has been Bayer Leverkusen, but they've been sloppy. Here come Augsburg, though, with an opportunity. Shot towards goal. It's fizzed out for a corner. Just another threat on the counter-attack there from Claude Maurice. He's occasionally looked a bit of a threat in this half as well, Alexis Claude Maurice. Scored against Hoffenheim last week. 3 goals this season for the away side, and he's going to take this corner from the near side, the left arm raised. He's going to swing it towards the far post, and they're all jumping up for it there. Scrambled clear by Leverkusen. Lots of challenges for that ball. Augsburg in possession. They're not very clinical in these scenarios, though. They should really have played the ball into the penalty area there, but instead they went home to their goalkeeper. Ball was played forward from Masengo, shot from Zeziger, and now a counter-attack could be on here for Leverkusen. Here's Teller into the final third, into the penalty area he goes, shot towards goal, straight to the keeper. Schick! Oh, superb save again. Darman sends it wide. Augsburg clear it out for a throw-in, and there goes the half-time whistle. Teller can't believe it. He just didn't get the angle right for his shot. Schick's follow-up. It was superb. Lovely ball up the line to Teller, who ran at Masengo, shifted outside him. His shot, it was just too close to the keeper. Schick's was as well. It was just straight, more or less straight down the centre of the goal. It just needed to be left of centre, and it would have been a goal. So half-time here at the Bayer Arena. Leverkusen have laboured a little. They are level with Augsburg, and it's their own fault, really. Flecken and Kwanzaa got themselves in a bit of a flap, conceded an unnecessary corner from which Flecken flapped slightly again. Rieder rifled home, and the ball took a touch off Gerald Kwanzaa past his goalkeeper Flecken, and that was all just a couple of minutes after Patrick Schick's superb header had put the home side ahead. So all to play for in the second half. Half-time, though, here at the Bayer Arena. Leverkusen 1. Well, welcome back to the Bayer Arena for a finely poised second half. Augsburg and Bayer Leverkusen went into the break level. A Patrick Schick opener inside 13 minutes was quickly cancelled out in fortuitous circumstances, to say the least, by Rieder, the Augsburg midfielder. And Bayer Leverkusen's deserved lead was quickly snuffled out as they were victims, orchestrators of their own demise, I think it's fair to say. Really poor initial goal to concede, but it is Bayer Leverkusen who get us underway for the second half, kicking from right to left in their all-black strip. Left to right for Augsburg in their all-white. Bayer Leverkusen with Flecken in goal, as I mentioned. Kwanzaa at right centre-back. Bade and Tapsoba towards his left. Vasquez and Grimaldo providing the width in midfield. The two wing-backs have Palacios and Garcia in central midfield alongside them. Maza and Teller, both of whom caught the eye in flashes of the first half. Maza more so in the early stages, Teller in the latter stages. They play behind Patrick Schick, and Dahmen is in goal for Augsburg. 3-4-2-1 for them as well. Chavez, Goveliev and Zaziga. The back three, Felhauer and Giannoulis providing the width. Masengo and Rieder in the centre of midfield. Cade and Claude Maurice playing in behind Rodrigo Ribeiro, as Leverkusen try and get themselves on the attack. Early flick round the corner from Grimaldo was cleared by Augsburg, but not all that far. On the attack once again, Leverkusen, and the ball is switched out to this near side, the left, to Alex Garcia. Garcia into the penalty area looking for Grimaldo. Let the ball run past him. Maza was lurking. It was cleared by Augsburg. Slightly scruffy at the back there, lacking just that clinical edge once again, the home side, and the ball was cleared up to around about halfway, where Tapsoba takes the throw in quickly, and then they switch play over to the right hand side by Leverkusen. Garcia plays the ball in field to Kwanzaa, who is dispossessed, and now Ribeiro can try and string forwards here. Kwanzaa brings him down. He thinks he won the ball cleanly. Protests amongst the home side. I think it's going to be a yellow card here as well. There is. Garcia and Vasquez jump to Jarell Kwanzaa's defence. Kwanzaa shakes his head as well. Did he just get the faintest touch? If he did, I tell you what, it wasn't much. It wasn't much of one. But Kwanzaa does feel hard done by there, I think, and he may have a case. Still 1-1. With 3 minutes played of the second half. Free kick played short by Augsburg over on that far side, the left. Giannoulis looking for the little flick up the line towards the on-rushing Zeziger. Giannoulis to take the throw in after his pass forwards was intercepted. To the feet of Claude Maurice it goes. He's run himself into a little bit of trouble, and now an alleviation of some pressure orchestrated by Maza, who intercepted there. He's gone down clutching his right knee. Took a clip there from Claude Maurice, who was just a little over aggressive there in his attempt to win the ball back. Alexis Claude Maurice, as I say, last week scored in the 2-2 draw with Hoffenheim, been their best player over the last couple of months. Returned from a long-term ankle injury not long ago. Direct running and link play key this afternoon. They've managed to threaten their opponent's defence a couple of times, Augsburg. They've got some defending to do here, though, although Dahmen is going to clean up comfortably enough, beat the on-rushing Teller to the ball down this near side the left, just on the edge of the penalty area. And now it's a superb touch to get the ball towards Cade. Cade has an option square. Ribeiro just ahead of him. Onto his left foot here. Still chances in the penalty area. Oh, it's clumsy stuff from the away side. Dreadfully clumsy stuff. Although they've won the ball back. Claude Maurice out to Giannoulis. Giannoulis' shot straight at Flecken. Well saved in the end. It was a lively effort. The goalkeeper had to be alert. Had to just stay in the way of the shot, which can be tricky for goalkeepers to do sometimes. Their reflexes, such as they are, can get the better of them occasionally. But there's a counter-attack on now for Leverkusen, and the shot from the edge of the area from Mazza is blocked. Here's Garcia in possession, 20 yards from goal. Grimaldo goes for the effort. Takes two touches and takes two deflections rather, and eventually Augsburg can work it clear. Kwanzaa calmly takes the ball down under pressure. Now into midfield it goes towards Garcia. Palacios driving into the heart of the defence, wants the return ball from Schick, gets it. Schick's gone down holding his ankle. They won a penalty. You'd think VAR will look at this. On the attack though, here is Cade. Out to Ribeiro on the far side, the left. Opportunity beckons here for the away side. Oh, massive deflection, smart save from Flecken. Still they try and thread a passage here, Augsburg. Smart defending in the end from Palacios. He's found Grimaldo on this near side, the left. Grimaldo's back to his feet. There's a man down now for Augsburg in the penalty area. Garcia trying to get past his man. Free kick, 25 yards from goal. And Rieder, the goal scorer, into the referee's notebook as well. This has been end-to-end stuff, this. End-to-end. And now I think we're going to see a replay. It's a replay of the foul by Rieder. He's claimed innocence there. I don't think he can really claim to have a particularly serious case. Did look like Schick. I mean, maybe there was contact on Patrick Schick on the edge of the 18-yard box. Gouveliev was the player challenging him for the ball. I think Rieder is going to go into the referee's notebook here, Rizzo. Someone is. Rieder seems to be the one involved, still in conversation with the referee. Fabian Rieder does indeed get a yellow card. I wonder if that was for dissent, because he certainly seemed to have plenty to say to the referee after that foul was given. I don't think he can have too many complaints either. He may have got a tiny, slight touch on the ball, but he certainly, after that, took a big chunk of Mazza's ankle with him. And Zeziger is, he's back on his feet. He was down after initially Schick seemed to tangle with Gouveliev there, and then as Zeziger went to just intervene after Schick had gone down, I think he was trying to challenge Mazza for the ball, but he ended up just getting himself injured in the process. So Grimaldo and Garcia, the two Spaniards, stood over this free kick. Garcia takes a couple of steps back, probably with a bit more purpose than Grimaldo. Something for Darman to think about here, though, will be who takes this. It would seem not particularly to favour either a left or right footer, because both it's pretty central, and Grimaldo can try and whip this round the wall into the far post. Bergkamp style, almost using the wall as a disguise, or Garcia could try and shape to shoot goalkeeper's side and then whip it round the other way. It is Alex Garcia who steps up. Into the wall it goes, though. Grimaldo trying to switch it out to Kwanzaa nice and early. Intercepted out for a throw-in. Still 1-1 here. Leverkusen have had the better of the early exchanges of this second half. Mazza's got the ball in his hands over on the far side touchline. Zeziger is back on the field. Vasquez plays the ball square to Garcia, who in turn switches play to Tapsoba, and now Grimaldo tries to pick a pass forwards but ends up playing it home. Edge of the centre circle. Bade takes over, square to Kwanzaa, now Vasquez. haven't managed to create a huge amount yet. Bayer Leverkusen in the second half, a couple of pot shots. That shot from the free kick a few moments ago. They've had the majority of the ball though, and Garcia's found Vasquez over on the far side. Here's Schick, little layoff to Kwanzaa over on the far side, the right. Schick in field to Garcia. Garcia goes down. He went theatrically, and the referee says play on. Augsburg trying to spring the counter-attack. Here's Kade. Kade running at Tapsoba. He's found a little ball up the line. He wants it square again, but it's intercepted. Although Leverkusen have conceded possession here once again. Here's Claude Maurice out to the near side, the right. Ball towards the back post. Oh, Leverkusen scramble it clear, but not all the way clear. Mazur in the end gets hold of possession on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's squeaky bum time here for the home side. Bayer Leverkusen. Schick in possession though in the final third. Now Teller's picked up the loose ball. Has a man outside him. Teller clean through on goal. Oh, superb save. Teller with a wonderful effort that might have just hit the goalkeeper square in the face. He had Schick and Vasquez either side of him there, Nathan Teller. And he sort of used them both as a decoy run. Confused everyone, I think including his own teammates, with what he was going to do there. Eventually got a decent effort away on goal, having confused and led astray Masengo, and I think possibly Gavailov as well. Masengo and Gavailov were involved. Zeziger was half involved as well. He was the one who was sold the initial dummy by Nathan Teller. Just seen you've seen a replay obviously of Schick going down. He's having a little chat with the referee. I don't think he can expect a decision there at all. Just went down too cheaply. Seeing Ribeiro's effort that Flecken saved a few moments ago as well. It did take a wicked deflection, you know. Really made life hard for the goalkeeper. Came off Bade. Yeah, Garcia. Also a few moments ago, you'll remember a couple of minutes ago, threw himself to the ground and said it was theatrical. It certainly was. So Darmen is back to his feet now. He looks to be okay. Hoffenheim still leading Borussia Dortmund by a goal to nil. Union Berlin trailing Wolfsburg by 2 now. Bremen and Hamburg are 1 goal apiece, interesting enough, in Bremen. So as it stands, the Bundesliga table looks like Hoffenheim in 5th place, just ahead of Bayer Leverkusen now by a single point. Hoffenheim then 2 points behind Leipzig, who of course play a little bit later on against Frankfurt. And Stuttgart travel to Bayern Munich tomorrow. As it stands, level on points with Leipzig, but having played a game fewer. Both those sides stand Hoffenheim and Leverkusen, who currently trail them in the Bundesliga. Stuttgart have a chance to go within 5 points of Dortmund for 2nd place if they defeat Bayern Munich. That's a big if, though, of course, as we well know. Ball from the byline from Grimaldo. Oh, it's a wicked ball in. Wicked ball in. Lovely effort on goal from Mazur. Well saved by the goalkeeper. Still alive for Leverkusen. But it's well defended in the end by Masengo. And Masengo can hoof this ball upfield. Looking for Kade. Couldn't get the ball under his spell. And now Flecken picks the ball up with the score still 1-1 as we edge towards the hour mark here at the Bayer Arena. Garcia now in possession. His side need to try and do something here. Hoffenheim currently beating Borussia Dortmund, which means they now occupy the Europa League place in the Bundesliga, and Bayer are in the Conference League slot. Out for sloppy stuff though in midfield. Tapsoba just played the ball straight out of play. It's going to be a substitution now for the away side, Augsburg. So a change of personnel. Alexis Claude Maurice is going to make way. Possibly a little bit surprising, although, as I said, he has had a long-term ankle injury to worry about. It's going to be Reshabach to come on, the German Kosovan number 8 for Augsburg. Reshabach, he's on, takes the throw in, gets the ball from it. Ribeiro looking for the return ball to Kade now. Tapsoba can mop up for his side though, and now Garcia can try and start a counter-attack for Leverkusen. Has a bit of time, perhaps almost too much time out in that on the halfway line there to pick a pass. Ended up just rather stagnating his side's attack a little bit there by delaying the ball forwards. Kwanzaa with the ball over on the right, gets the ball back now from Garcia. Home to Kwanzaa it goes. He exchanges passes with Palacios. Now up to Vasquez. Vasquez with the return pass. And then Garcia over on the far side gets the ball from Palacios. Palacios, lovely little ball over the top towards Patrick Schick. Tries to lay the ball off to Vasquez out wide. Pulls it back. Surely into the penalty area. It's got to come. Squares it to Grimaldo. Grimaldo winds up the shot. Just wide. Possibly would have been a bit telegraphed anyway. But Grimaldo, his fizzed effort, just had a bit too much whip on it. Took it away from the goal. And still, Bayer Leverkusen being held by Augsburg. 1 goal apiece. Dahmen to take the goal kick from our left-hand side. Looks for the ball up towards halfway for, I think, his right back, Felchauer, to flick on. But the ball went straight out for throw-in, and Leverkusen send it home. They've got under half an hour to try and get the winning goal here. They need 3 points today if they're to keep the pressure on RB Leipzig, and they need to get back ahead of their opponents. It's Hoffenheim who are trying to get into the Europa League just ahead of them here. They've got an opportunity here in the penalty area, but it's scrambled clear by Augsburg, and now the counter-attack is on. Here's Kade down the right-hand side into the penalty area, drives at Tapsoba. Tapsoba got an all-important touch, and they scramble it clear here by Leverkusen. Augsburg still in possession. Over on the far side, the left. Giannoulis plays it in field. Now Rieder. Out to the far side, the left it goes once again. Giannoulis is there. But the attack is snuffed out in the end. Bayer Leverkusen able to clear their lines. And now Augsburg on the attack once more, having won the ball back. Edging forwards, creeping into the final third. A little layoff from Ribeiro. Nice feet from Rieder. He's dusted himself off. Reshabach has been involved as well. Out to the far side of the left. Giannoulis' ball in. Oh, flicked on at the near post. Still alive though here for the away side, Augsburg. Back to Masenga. Little flick up the line from him. Zeziga. Early ball in from him. Well defended by Flecken. Really well defended by Flecken. And now Leverkusen trying to squeeze themselves forwards. Nice touch. Infield to Palacios. Now Grimaldo. Grimaldo brought down. 40 yards from goal. Free kick to the home side. So Vasquez is going to make way for Bayer Leverkusen. Rushes off over on that far side. Kulbrith, the man to come on for Vasquez. Like for like swap. on that far side. Free kick comes short from Grimaldo. Out to Garcia. Early ball in, looking for Schick. It took a touch on the way through from an Augsburg defender. Teller keeps the ball in play on the near side, the left. Home to Grimaldo. Garcia takes his time. Palacios switches play again to Grimaldo. Grimaldo whips it in, takes a deflection off the defender. Goalkeeper had to be careful there. He punched it, should have caught it. Grimaldo squares it, takes a deflection, hits the side netting. Panic stations at the back a bit for Augsburg. Strange decision by the goalkeeper to punch that. Could have caught it very comfortably, under no pressure at all. The free kick is taken short by Garcia to Grimaldo. Here's Garcia again. Whip towards the back post. Oh, Teller was there. Tapsoba was there as well. And I think it was Tapsoba who was challenging in the end. Garcia's ball in. It was wicked shape on it. Superb delivery, but not quite on the money in terms of being able to find a teammate. So defending to do at the back for Bade. Does well to win the ball there. Plays it home to his goalkeeper. Now Palacios can turn in midfield. Palacios towards the centre circle. Squares it to Kwanzaa. Now it's Kulbrith over on the far side, the right. Plays it back inside to Kwanzaa. Kulbrith's fresh impetus, hopefully the recipe for Leverkusen as far as they are concerned, to just add a bit more cut and thrust down that far side, the right. Teller's ball in field now from the left into Palacios. Tapsoba keeps possession well enough for his team. Teller fortunate that the ball fell to him there, were Leverkusen, but unable to make anything particularly stick at this stage. Ball into Garcia. Now Grimaldo on the near side, the left. Into the final third. Oh, ball towards the back post. It's over everyone. Kulbrith can just about keep it in play, though. His bright pink boots hugging that far side touchline. Looks for the ball into Schick. It's headed clear by Augsburg. Not far enough. Schick with the overhead kick. Grimaldo on his right foot. It's over the crossbar. Another chance goes begging for Bayer Leverkusen. It remains 1-1. But they've had the chances in this game. Grimaldo he never got over the top of that effort with his weaker right foot. Just never got over the top of it. And unfortunately for Bayer Leverkusen, the shots continue to mount up. But the opportunities continue to go begging. 22 shots they've had so far in this game, 8 of which have been on target. Shades of the game they lost 2-0 in the reverse fixture in December, where they had 20 shots and hit the woodwork twice. They lost that game. They're currently drawing this one, having had 22 shots. Stunning number, really. Augsburg digging in as it stands. A little over 20 minutes left to go. Bayer Leverkusen have got a corner on this near side, the right, which Garcia's going to take in swinging. They're not going to go short with this one this time. They're going to keep their opponents guessing with a long ball in towards the near post. Oh, it's headed clear by Augsburg. Schick was challenging for the ball. It's kept in play by Tapsoba over on the far side. Early ball in from Palacios, though, after the ball was played up the line. I think it was the wrong decision. And a cheap free kick to concede by Mazza on Rieder, who just held his shape there. And Mazza, who had a hold of his shirt, can have no complaints at all, really, that he conceded the free kick in his opponent's final third of the field. So Augsburg in possession, under a little bit of pressure there was Gveliov, but he found the pass to Chavez. Chavez looking for the long ball forwards up the line. Bade's under a little bit of pressure here, but he's mopped up well after Kade was trying to win the ball off him. They've worked the ball to Garcia in midfield, who edges towards halfway. Palacios crosses the halfway line with the ball, plays it back in field to Garcia. Mazza's found a little pocket of space in between enemy lines, and Mazza towards goal from the edge of the penalty area. He's put it wide. All his own work there. Superb stuff from the German teenager. He left Bayer Sorry, he left Augsburg defenders in his wake, turned just stunningly inside Reshbashek, I think it was. Or was it Chavez? It was Chavez, in fact. Turned stunningly, left him for dead 30 yards from goal, drove towards the edge of the penalty area, tried to bend the ball inside the far post, and the ball just flew wide of the upright. Leverkusen in possession. Round about the halfway line. Here comes Bade with the ball. Kwanzaa squares it. Kwanzaa gets the ball square rather. Finds Mazza a little further forwards than him. Garcia looking for the ball short. Lays it back off to Palacios, who makes a run forwards, and Garcia drops deep to receive the ball just outside the centre circle himself. Out to Palacios once more. Here's Kwanzaa. Slightly clumsy stuff from him, ungainly, but Grimaldo's won the ball back here after Kwanzaa had briefly lost possession. Grimaldo now on the attack from the far side, the right. They want handball here, Leverkusen. They're going to get it. Rieder, the offending player, and Rieder needs to be careful here. Oh, it hit his... Oh, it's incredibly harsh. It just hit his midriff there. Don't think he did anything wrong there at all there, Rieder. Tell you what, if he'd received a yellow card for that, he'd have been absolutely furious. So a substitution for Leverkusen. Kwanzaa makes way, interestingly enough. And it's going to be Kafane who comes on. Kafane Kumur. Is it? No, it's not. Sorry, that's looking at the Augsburg bench there. It's going to be... Oh, it's Kafane. Kafane is going to come on. Oh, ball towards the back post from the free kick. Taps over there, saved by the goalkeeper. Absolutely superb save by the goalkeeper again. The shots mounting up here. Can they hold firm, Augsburg? They're huffing and puffing by Leverkusen, but they just can't seem to find the deadlock. Here's Grimaldo with the ball on halfway. The free kick was taken quickly following the substitution, I tell you. And the ball was whipped towards the back post. Haven't seen a replay yet, so I don't know any more other than it looked like a superb save in real time. Here's Grimaldo, edges towards the penalty area. Loses out though. Augsburg try and get it clear. Kade, a willing runner as ever down this near side, the right. Mazza wins the ball back though, and the teenager picks the ball back up for his side from Palacios. Plays it over to the far side, the right. Bade in the heart of defence. Returns the ball to Garcia. Garcia pulling strings for his side. Plays it out to Grimaldo on the left. Grimaldo, early ball in, looking for the back post. Trouble for Augsburg at the back stick. Headed out for a corner by Janulis. Garcia over to the right-hand side to take the corner. Option to take it short. Does take it short. Here's Palacios. Finds Mazza. Square in the penalty area. Oh, it's across the face of goal and Teller's missed it. Nathan Teller has missed an open goal here, I think. Lovely interplay following the corner. It missed everyone. Did it just take a touch off an Augsburg defender on its way through? It went through the legs of Zerziger, I think. And so Teller was just unsighted. Ribeiro's afternoon is up. Uchenna is on for Augsburg. So substitutions inbound. Ogundu Uchenna is on. And now Leverkusen are back in possession. They've got 15 minutes of normal time remaining. Garcia finds Tupsoba. They need to get the ball forwards here. And it's dreadful stuff from Bade at the back as well. Their afternoon goes from frustrating to more frustrating. Almost from frustrating to unbearable. Bade under no pressure on halfway, looking for the square ball. To Kafane. And sent it out for a throw in. Ball is played back from the byline though by Mazza. Mazza with a pullback, shot towards goal. Oh, ping pong in the penalty area, and I think eventually it's going to fall into the arms of the goalkeeper. It is. Mazza got the ball. He got the pullback towards Teller. Teller's back heel was looking for Schick. It found Grimaldo on his weaker right foot, and then Kafane was involved as well. The ball just sort of fumbling around his feet, fell into the arms of the goalkeeper in the end. Kafane has come on to play sort of two up top though, more or less. Here comes Kulbrith into the penalty area. Here is Kafane on his left foot over the crossbar. It's the wrong decision. They were hounding him down on the edge of the penalty area. He was just a little static. Got right over his effort on his left foot, right over the top of it, so right underneath it, and it flew over the top of the crossbar. Pretty dreadful effort in the end, although it was on his weaker left foot. The referee is asking them to get on with it here. The away side Augsburg, they're certainly winding the clock down a little bit. 20 wins so far in the 30 meetings between these teams in the Bundesliga for Bayer Leverkusen. Only 7 draws. It looks like we are heading for an 8th draw, which will damage Leverkusen's Europa League prospects, and it will really badly impede their Champions League prospects even more so as well. 3 points today and they would have been within a point of RB Leipzig before their game kicks off later this evening. As it stands, they drop into the Conference League places because Hoffenheim are beating Borussia Dortmund at home as it stands. Ball towards the right-hand side, though, for Bayer Leverkusen as they continue to try and get themselves ahead in this game. Kulbrith from the right-hand side, whipped in towards Kafane. He flicked it goalwards. I think it was just the wrong decision. Sort of leant back behind him, almost Rabona style. Tried to flick it goalwards. I think he'd have been better trying to flick it on into the penalty area towards the back post. Clock continues to tick down for Bayer Leverkusen. 12.5 minutes remain in this game. They would love to get all 3 points, secure all 3 points from it, but they've got no chance as it stands. Ogundu trying to hold the ball up for Augsburg now. It's backs to the wall stuff for them. They haven't really had a chance to speak of in the last 15 minutes or so. Here's Kulbrith down the right though, cutting in field, almost dispossessed there by Janulis. But they win the ball back by Leverkusen following the challenge. Here's Palacios now, stepping into the final third. Grimaldo to the left-hand side of the penalty area, out wide to Teller. Teller looks for the ball towards the near post, flicked on by Kafane, who just can't get the ball to stick to him at the moment, and it's cannoned off his thigh and gone out for a goal kick. Teller frustrated, you can tell from his body language, although I don't think he did an awful lot wrong. Kafane's lack of a Velcro touch just letting Leverkusen down there, I think. Dahmen, the goalkeeper, is going to take the goal kick high and long. A little over 10 minutes of normal time remaining. He finds the substitute Ogundu. And now it's up to the feet of Mazza from Leverkusen, having won the ball back from Ogundu following the goal kick. But Augsburg back in possession. Rieder dispossessed in midfield by Grimaldo though, and now they can try and counter-attack here by Leverkusen. Into Garcia, little bit of time to turn, little layoff from Schick to Grimaldo, out to Teller on this near side the left. Teller towards the penalty area he goes. He's got Grimaldo on the underlap. Grimaldo's ball across, blocked by Masengo, and out for a corner on the near side. The Bayer Leverkusen left. Really smart combination play that from Leverkusen. Short the corner goes to Palacios. Now Garcia, Palacios again. Has Grimaldo on the overlap. Here it comes. Ball into the penalty area is blocked again. Corner to come in from the left once more for Bayer Leverkusen. Grimaldo to take it again. Not going short this time, I don't think. Hits one of the foam advertising hoardings as he takes a few steps back to take in the corner. Swings it in. Kafane was there. Cleared away by Augsburg. Out for a throw-in over on the far side, 10 yards shy of the touchline. Hoffmann, one of the players about to come on for Bayer Leverkusen. And I think we're going to see Tillman, the number 10, come on as well. So a couple of attacking changes. Teller's off for Hoffmann. He's had a good game, Nathan Teller. A couple of substitutions for the away side as well. Augsburg are going to make 2 changes of their own. Kade, I think, is going to come off. He's going to come off for Wolf. And Felchauer, he's going to come off for Kumura. So no more substitutions available to Augsburg. A couple more, I think, for Leverkusen as they play the throw-in up the line. Looking for Kafane. Kafane unable to help his side get the ball into the penalty area. And an opportunity to try and counter-attack here for the new arrival. The number 36, Kumur, loses out, though, to the other new arrival for Leverkusen, Max Tillman. Kept in play smartly enough, though, down this near side, the right for Augsburg. They played the ball home. A couple of opportunities for Kumur to try and find a square ball. Wolf is up there with it. Leverkusen win the ball back, though. And now they can try and counter-attack. Here's Mazza. Mazza with the ball with the outside of his right foot, looking for Kafane. Goalkeeper has to come out and clear it. Darman did really well there. Had to get the timing of that right. 20 yards from goal. Out for a throw-in halfway inside the Augsburg half. Schick takes it quickly. Garcia in possession now to the left-hand side of midfield. It's not quite press the panic button just yet for Bayer Leverkusen, but they need to make some progress here. Grimaldo dropping into that number 10 role. Garcia onto Colbreth. Colbreth tries to pull it back towards Patrick Schick. Ball takes a deflection, cleared by the head, I think, of Gveliev there, but still in play here for Bayer Leverkusen. Ball in from Mazza, headed clear. Bade with the header back into play. Struggling to keep hold of possession, though, Bayer Leverkusen. Respejak with a smart challenge over on the far side, the left. Out for a throw in it goes. It's getting so scrappy, this game now. So scrappy. Here's Mazza down the left once again for Leverkusen. Tired minds and tired legs now. 7 minutes of normal time remaining. Grimaldo on the right. Popping up all over the place, the little Spaniard. Here he is again. Into Garcia. Makes the run into the penalty area. Colbreth on the right-hand side. Shaped to cross it on his left foot. Chose not to. Garcia will cross it on his right. Takes a massive deflection. Huge deflection. He thinks it took... The referee thinks it took a touch off the arm of the defender there, and it's a penalty. Oh, I don't know if this will be overturned. Penalty to Bayer Leverkusen with 6 minutes gone, 6 minutes left of the game. Augsburg protest. They think it's harsh. It will go to VAR, of course. I think the culprit is Gveliev. He's protesting still, the Augsburg captain, that he just turned with his arm close to his body, but where the contact was made, it was out from his body, I think. His forearm. It's not his upper arm. I think his forearm was away from his body, and so unless VAR drastically disagree with the referee's decision, Patrick Schick is going to have an opportunity from the penalty spot to put Bayer Leverkusen level in this game. The referee's going to go over to the VAR to have a look at this, which often spells trouble for the decision that's been made, doesn't it? Hoffenheim still leading Dortmund by a goal to 0. Wolfsburg still 2-0 up at Union Berlin. Bremen now 2-1 up at home to Hamburg. The referee is seeing this in the VAR. It was Zerziger who was there. Garcia goes into the referee's notebook for trying to interfere with the VAR, the communications between the referee and the VAR. While his arm was away from his body, his forearm was away from his body, his wrist was, but the ball actually hit his elbow. And we're going to hear now that actually it hit his elbow close enough to his body, so it's no penalty, it'll be a drop ball. Penalty overturned. Zerziger huffs and puffs, he can't believe the decision even had to be made in the first place. Leverkusen are adamant they were on the attack, so it should be their ball. The referee's going to give the goalkeeper a drop ball though. Schick's protesting with the referee. It would have been a corner were it not for, of course, the incorrect decision from the referee. So Leverkusen think it should be a corner to them. According to the laws of the game, I think it's a drop ball to the goalkeeper. Alex Garcia in the referee's notebook. Fascinating final 3 minutes of the game here. Indirect free kick, I think, to come in. Not entirely sure what for. Schick and Zerziger still in deep conversation about this. Was not entirely sure what the decision is here from the referee, but nonetheless, indirect free kick comes from the Augsburg goalkeeper, plays it high and long, and a nice touch in midfield from Ogundu. Charging forwards now to the left-hand side are Augsburg. Ball in, collected well by Mark Flecken. Flecken collected that really well, and he rolls the ball out swiftly to Tillman. Tillman then plays the ball up to Schick, nice and early. Schick with a little turn, little nutmeg on Wolf there. Back to Grimaldo, the ball goes. Has a chance to pick a pass into Mazza in midfield. Now Tillman making a charging run forwards. Mazza's ball almost found him, but was really smartly defended in the end, and Augsburg just send the ball high and far up the field, looking to get the ball as far away from their own goal as they possibly can. Flecken plays the ball back in, and Leverkusen are back on the attack. Garcia out to Kulbrith on the right hand side, into Garcia again. What can he conjure here? Lovely switch of play, superb switch of play by the Spaniard to his compatriot Grimaldo. Ball towards the back post. Oh, they were all lining up there. Kafane and Schick were right up there. Schick wants a goal kick, wants a corner. Kafane just seems to lack a bit of quality, I think it's fair to say. He throws himself unceremoniously at the ball, rather. And no change to the scoreline as far as Leverkusen are concerned. 1-1 it remains here at the Bayer Arena. Their grip on the Europa League spot entirely loosened now by Leverkusen. Hoffenheim sitting fairly pretty in 5th place now. Leverkusen need this goal. Just one more goal will do it for the time being. Kulbreath on the right-hand side. Tries to play the ball towards the back post, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. And he collects it comfortably in the end. Out to Wolf it goes from the goalkeeper. Tension bristling around here in the Bayer Arena. Throw in for Wolf to take in front of the stands here. Injury time signalled. 8 minutes of it. 8 minutes for Bayer Leverkusen to try and snatch a winning goal here. It would put them back up ahead of Hoffenheim. It would put them within 1 point of RB Leipzig, who play later today. It would put them within 1 point of Stuttgart, who face Bayern Munich tomorrow afternoon. But they need that goal, otherwise they look set for Conference League football next season. A Champions League spot next year is at stake. Tapsoba, 25 yards from goal. Into the feet of Hoffmann. Out to Kulbreath it goes. Back to Garcia. It's over the head of Schick. The ball into the penalty area. Well defended again by Ngundu. Lovely hold-up play from him. And now they're on the attack here, Augsburg. Grimaldo's trying to get back. They're clean through on goal. Superb save from Flecken. Superb save. Kumur charging forwards. Got past Grimaldo. One-on-one with the keeper. Tired legs in the Leverkusen defence. Kumur not blessed with pace. Just got over the top of the ball. Flecken flicks it round the post with his forearm, with his elbow really. Augsburg devastated. Their manager Manuel Baum threw himself to the ground in despair after the save from Flecken. They've got another opportunity here. Playing the corner in from the far side, the left. Kumur to play it into the near post. Headed away by Grimaldo. Still alive. Janulis looking for the ball towards the back post. Headed in. Not headed in actually. Deliberately left. Ball whipped in now from this near side, the right. Tapsoba's gone down holding his head. I think the ball did hit him. Smart play this, I think, from Tapsoba. Because while the ball did hit him in the head, he didn't go to ground immediately. He went down slightly belatedly, and so it will be a break-up of that Augsburg attack. Rex Bishak helping him to his feet. Augsburg not happy that the decision has been made to delay play slightly. Tapsoba back to his feet okay now. He's going to make his way off the field. And he's going to have to come on in, I think, 30 seconds' time. Flecken collects the ball from the drop ball from the goalkeeper. Out to Kulbreath on the right-hand side into the Augsburg half of the field. Plays it home to Bade. Garcia dropping deep between the two centre-halves to collect the ball. Back on the field now is Tapsoba. Garcia going the long way round. Still has the ball at his feet. Into the centre circle he goes. Now he finds Palacios square. Palacios drags his shot wide. Hoffmann it was actually, not Palacios. Hoffmann on the turn. Wrong decision to go for goal there. Had players ahead of him. 3.5 minutes of injury time have ticked away here for Bayer Leverkusen. 4.5 remain. Manuel Baum animated, lively on the touchline. In a conversation with Hjulmand. Hjulmand not happy about something. Baum not happy with the intervention. Bayer Leverkusen in desperate need of a goal. They play it home to their goalkeeper Flecken. Square to Bade. Delays his pass forwards. Square to Tapsoba, the ball will cut. Tapsoba with his bright orange boots. Back on the field. Steps past halfway. 11 men firmly cemented behind the ball here for Augsburg. So close to getting themselves ahead just a few moments ago. The score remains 1-1. Into the final stages. the second half of the 8 minutes of added time at the end of the game here. Kulbreith tries to get the ball in from the far side to right, wins a corner for his side. An opportunity for Leverkusen to get the ball in. Garcia allows Grimaldo to step forwards and take this corner. Over from the far side, the right, whipped into the near post. Oh, flicked on, scrambled clear once again by Augsburg. They can't get an out ball though. Referee says no foul. Man was down 18 yards from goal. Mazza onto his right foot, skips past a man. His shot though, he had to dig out his shot. He should have played it across goal. Now the counter-attack is on for Augsburg. They've gone up the other end. Here's the substitute. Ogundu, 2-3 step overs, tries to square it. Well defended by Kulbreith. Ogundu's got it again. He's gone down as a penalty. Augsburg with an opportunity to put themselves ahead. Kulbreith stuck a leg out. Ogundu went over it. Leverkusen denied a penalty minutes ago. And now they've conceded one. Kulbreith was clumsy here. Ogundu, he's got no arguments. He can have no arguments. Ogundu turned past Grimaldo. Kulbreith stuck a leg out. Ogundu, just his only hope, Kulbreith, is that this is not inside the penalty area. But it's right on the line. I don't think he can have any complaints. Leverkusen again masters of their own downfall. Orchestrating defeat here for themselves. The first goal was avoidable, and assuming this goes in, entirely avoidable as well. It will be Rieder who scored the first goal for Augsburg in the game, completely against the run of play. 32 shots they've had by Leverkusen. This will be their opponent's 11th. And it will surely put them 2-1 up. Rieder slots home from the spot. 2-1 to Augsburg. Leverkusen 2-1 down at home. And out like a flash go their Champions League hopes. Hoffenheim, as it stands, it's 1-1 against Dortmund there. Girassi has equalised late on. So that does change the picture slightly. As it stands, Leverkusen still in the Europa League spot. But when Leipzig kick off tonight, they will still be 4 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen, who again only have themselves to blame. A lack of quality, a lack of conviction, and a lack of concentration at the back. Kulbreith culpable. Flecken flapping in the first half. They've handed Augsburg 2 goals here, and they haven't finished their dinner when they've had the chance. Flecken with the long ball forwards. 2.5 minutes of injury time remaining at the end of the game. Ball hits. I mean, that's just about summed up their afternoon. The ball was cleared into top sober there, I think, and it went out for a goal kick after Zeziger sent it clear. There will be time added on at the end of time added on. But really, Leverkusen, as the clock ticks towards, well, the referee's whistle beckons closer. Devastating loss for Bayer Leverkusen. The goal kick comes long from Darman. Augsburg then just hoof it back upfield into the arms of Flecken it goes. They need to get the ball forwards here. Flecken surely is going to send this high and long. Time added on at the end of time added on. Up towards Kafane. Augsburg send it clear once again. There's another minute by my watch of time added on at the end of time added on, by the way. Still we play on. Here's Bade. Clips the ball forwards looking for Grimaldo, and Kafane was there as well. Mazza can try and get on the end of this loose ball. Can't keep it in play. Is a Leverkusen throw though. Home it goes to Palacios. Square to Bade. Bade back in field. Grimaldo needs to get the ball in the penalty area here. He's got Garcia in support. Mazza with a nice touch. Mazza's ball towards the back post. Goalkeeper punches, not convincingly, but it is away for Augsburg. It's up to the halfway line. Kulbrith, who conceded the penalty, gives the ball away. Squares it to Garcia. Last roll of the dice, surely. Needs to get into the penalty area here. Here's Garcia dawdling on the ball. Grimaldo tricks his way past 2-3 players. Hoffman, left-hand side of the penalty area, pulls it back from the byline. Schick, Kafane, saved by the goalkeeper. Saved somehow by Darman, and it's no less than he deserves for his performance today. We played 10 minutes of 8 that was signalled. Kafane's shot took a couple of deflections, I think, and then was stopped on the line by the goalkeeper. And there goes the full-time whistle. Augsburg against the odds. Round out 2-1 victors here at the Bayer Arena. Leverkusen labouring terribly. What a valiant effort by the away side. Leverkusen, though, having taken the lead after 12 minutes, conceded a sloppy goal through Rieder, and then deep into injury time, Kulbrith stuck a leg out and brought his man down. Rieder stepped up again, his second goal of the game, and he put his side ahead. Leverkusen should have put the game to bed long before that. But alas, it wasn't to be. And Augsburg round out 2-1 winners here at the Bayer Arena. Full time, Leverkusen 1, Augsburg 2.